Good evening, Chairman Lynch.
Would you move that mic, because after all this time, I want to hear every word you have to say.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Chairman Lynch. I appreciate this opportunity to testify before you in favor of domestic partner benefits for federal employees. I appreciate that my partner and a portion of my family are also present. It's been a long time since I have visited the Rayburn building, where my father worked years ago as a laborer serving in these same hearing rooms. He would take me by the hand and walk me through these very halls of Congress, explaining, "This is where decisions are made, Candy, that impact us all." I would have never imagined I would return to be speaking before you today, before you now on a topic of such importance to me and to countless others. I believe my Father is looking upon us from celestial heights, proud that I am here. Thank you for convening this hearing. My name is Candy Holmes, and I am a federal employee, a manager with the Government Accountability Office in Washington, D.C. I have worked at the GAO for 33 years. Absolutely 33 years. I am here to speak not only about my story, but to express my views on the merits and the need for this legislation that ensures that lesbian and gay federal employees and our same-gender partners receive the same benefits that are granted to our opposite-gender married federal employees. I am not here speaking as a representative of the GAO. I am testifying on my own behalf. It is also important for me to share with you that I am lesbian and I am Christian. And for the last 20 years, I have been a part of the Metropolitan community churches, and I am an ordained clergy woman. I am in a same-gender relationship with the Reverend Darlene Garner. We are in a loving, committed relationship in which we worry about our children, take pride in our grand and great-grandchildren, make a home together, and plan our retirement together. Darlene is also ordained clergy with the MCC and serves as part of the denomination's spiritual leadership. Because she is an employee of the MCC, she relies on limited employee benefits and a retirement plan that will provide less than $120 a month when she retires. There are many families like ours. The difference is this: the government, to which I have devoted 33 years of my working life, will not honor my partnership because I love another woman, not a man. There are many voices and stories you will not have a chance to hear, so I share from our collective experiences of unfair treatment and unjust federal policies. I entered the federal government in 1977. That day, and in that day, it was enough that I was also dealing with the dynamics of being African American and a woman in the federal workplace. So I was a closeted lesbian. I worked in utter fear that I would be found out and suffer the consequences. Like many others, I chose to be silent, and that rendered my life invisible. Recently, I came to a tipping point in my life. The decision in California to uphold Proposition 8, the ban on gay marriage, sent me a stark, clear, yet unbelievable message. Discrimination can be legalized again. I was outraged, so I am here to bear witness openly as a lesbian federal employee who seeks fair and equal treatment. Federal employees who are married to someone of the opposite gender are automatic beneficiaries of federal benefits. My family and others like us are automatically denied. It is disturbing, demoralizing to be treated as a second-class citizen and worker and told that I cannot enjoy the benefits of my labor on an equal footing with my opposite gender counterparts. Being treated as a second-class citizen is eerily familiar to me. Same church, just a different pew. There was a time in this country when being treated differently because of the color of my skin was simply the way it was. Being treated so unfairly now because of whom I love is more than a matter of fairness. It is an issue of civil rights. My partner and I are preparing for our retirement years now. Unless this act is adopted now, the economic impact of my retirement on my family will be dire, as though I had never dedicated 35 years of my life to my career as a federal employee. No opposite gender married couple will ever have to think about this, ever have to even think about such a thing, because they had been privileged by right of legislation. Government should work for us, not against us. In summary, Chairman Lynch, the family benefits in question are a significant portion of employee compensation. Because gay and lesbian federal employees do not receive equal pay for our equal contributions, it is clear that this act will be a first step in the right direction toward eliminating discrimination in compensation. As I conclude, I would like to thank the co-sponsors from both the House and the Senate for their ongoing efforts to move this act to this point, and for linking their hands with mine and others on the arc of history to bend it once more towards justice. During these days of uncertainty, I remind us all of the words of President Obama from his inaugural address. The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit, to choose our better history, to carry forward that precious gift, that noble idea passed on from generation to generation, the God-given promise that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness, including federal employees like me. There is no wrong time to do the right thing. Thank you and God bless. Chairman Lynch, I will be happy to take any questions you may have.
What I would like to do is to give each of you several minutes. If there are aspects of this debate today in the three panels that have not been covered, if there are parts of this debate that you'd like to emphasize or amplify or just summarize, and that you think that are a message that has not been heard here today, then I want to give you a full opportunity to do that. Ms. Holmes, you're recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. I want to start with saying the government is not a religious institution. For the federal government to afford all employees equal treatment does not require anyone to change their values or beliefs. It requires only that the federal government honor the legal doctrine of separation of church and state. And on a real personal note, it has been demoralizing to go to work each day knowing that I must endure the indignity of not receiving equal pay for my equal work. The spirit of the Declaration of Independence is that all people have the inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yet being a lesbian and employed by the federal government has meant that I can't or haven't been allowed to exercise that basic American right for myself and my family. Thank you.